Yo, what's going on? It's your homie Brian.
It's your boy John.
John, what's up, man?
What's going on, B-Rye?
Hey, man, you know, it's been yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We're not gonna.
Yeah.
We're
good.
Pushing. Yeah.
Keeping it pushing. Zero. On All Day I Played Radio episode 33. 34. Oh, 33, 34. Yeah. Damn, 34. Yeah.
You want to edit that?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No, that's
sure.
Right. Okay. Episode 34.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's a special one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell the people what we got on the docket this week, sir.
Hey, well, you know, we had a special guest join us that we had a chance to sit down, I guess, virtually and speak to. Yeah. So, you know, once we get a little bit of our house cleaning out of the way, I guess you could say, we will transition on over to that conversation. For our listeners in podcast land.
With that, sir, how's
your
week?
Sir, it's been one of those. So
yeah,
you know, glad to jump on and talk and show the world what we got going on. I guess.
Just shoot the shit, man.
Let's
just keep it real, man.
It's keeping it 100.
No, but man, yeah, it's been a trying week. It was a busy week, you know, lining up for our special guest that, you know, you guys are going to hear in a few minutes. Yeah, it's just been busy for us. Told y'all we got something planned for y'all, and, you know, hope y'all enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But before all that, I got a question for you, sir.
Bro.
What you been playing all day, my friend?
Hey, man, I've been playing the Civilization 6 from the Sid Meier variety. Yes, so I am.
Never gotten into civilization. Like, is it like, what do you do? Just conquer countries or whatever? Like, you just claim.
I mean, after this, I can stream it for you. You know, it's you know, I guess it's a strategy game. It's a world builder, you know, not to be confused with like the cell phone world builder games, because those games are trash. I'm sorry. I just don't like them personally. But it just because of the way they make you, like, you know, it's like you gotta wait 2 hours, you know, 24
like
hours. On those world, some of those world builder games. Yeah, man. So yeah, you just build a civilization, you know. You can pick, you know, there's a different countries, you know. I was going to say different teams, but yeah, essentially different teams, you know, different countries, you know. They have different specialized units, whether it be military units or you know, there's this time I think there's religious units that, you know, can convert, you know, people, and there's, you know, just all types of builders who improve the land, John, you know, set up mines, you know what I mean? And then, you know, it's a good time. It's just I just get kind of lost in it. So I've been up on that, bro.
Nice.
So yeah, I'll stream it for you if you want to check it out on the you know, the party thing, viewer thing, because that works now between the two consoles. So
okay.
Yeah, bro. What about you, man?
Sir, so I you know, I beat Dragon Quest recently. Did I say that last one? Yeah, I quote unquote beat it. I got to the credits, and apparently there's an act 3. I just don't have time for that. Okay. But I'm gonna come. I needed a break because it was getting too much. But I picked up this game called Spiritfarer. It was nominated for a couple of awards last year at the VGAs.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
it hits It's hard, bro.
You know, like, because I hate myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just bought this game. I've already cried twice. I only delivered one spirit. So the premise of the game is, you know, you're taking on the role of Stella. She's, you know, relieving the duties of Charon, you know, Greek mythology, I think. You know, he was like, he was the one that, he was the original spirit farer that took the spirits from, you know, death to the afterlife or whatever on the river Styx, you know. So, you know, I'm playing as her, but you know, it's a mix of Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, just Greece. You know, the art is amazing. It's just basically, you know, you collecting these spirits around this world map or whatever, and you making them run little errands. Well, you're running little errands for them, the little requests for them. So you know, their last moments on Earth or what they consider Earth or whatever in that world, as easygoing as possible. Then they'll be like, I'm ready to transcend, you know, I'm ready to go to the ever door. That's what it's called, to the afterlife. And so, you know, it's just been, it's an emotional roller coaster, man. It's like she's like a badger, and they're all animals. They're human in the real world, but like while they're dying, they become like their spirit animal or whatever. And so it's like, when this one lady, she's a badger, and she's clearly suffering from Alzheimer's. She'd be like, "Who are you? Why are you near me?" It's like all reading too, so that's a turn off for you. But yeah, man, I love it. You know, I have to play that in segments because it's too emotional for me, man.
Yeah,
it's way. Yeah, it's like you bond with these creatures. And
is it going to be your Death Stranding? You going to be able to beat it?
I'm gonna beat it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat it because some of this stories are really good. You know what they tell you and everything about their lives, and you know, like I said, you bond with. They give you like 10 requests over. You know, it's like a time system too. So it's morning, evening, night, and sleep, and so it's like you're spending days upon days with these, you know, these individuals, and you just bond with them. And then when it's time for them to go, it's like they give this heart wrenching speech, and then they have to go on their way. So. I wouldn't say check it out because I don't think you would like it. but people that are into, like, you know, like not Minecraft, Animal Crossing. Well, maybe Minecraft, but Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, that type of stuff. Check it out. It's amazing. Like, a good story is great. You will be on an emotional roller coaster on that.
Yeah. I don't know if I can do that.
It's a lot. It's deep.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
you
like
know,
the art make you think it's like a kiddie game. Well, kids can play it. It's just teaching them. I guess the moral of the game is to appreciate something while it's here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Before it's gone, and then you'll miss it. And it's like, you know, it's teaching you how to accept loss, I guess. But it's deep, man.
Yeah, a friend of mine told me about, you know, she played it with her daughter, and she said it was really emotional. And I was like, yeah, I never played that. But when you told me that you were playing it, I was like, okay, I heard that is a very deep game.
Yes.
Are you going to be all right, bro?
I wasn't.
Is this your Death Stranding, sir?
What does that mean? Like,
you know how Death Stranding for me became too much? Like, it was too emotional, too much on my mental, emotional.
Stay tuned. We'll see.
Okay.
The first one got me. And then
let me know. How many do you know how many you have to, I guess, deliver to the
I don't know. Maybe 10. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, right now I just took one. So that was one, and then I got like 4 more on my boat right now.
How long did it take you to do the one? Like, how to do like all of their errands and stuff?
Like a few days. She had like 8 or 10, but she was like the tutorial one, kind of.
Right. But how long did it take you in like real time? I mean,
real time, like a couple of days.
Like, how many hours do you think?
I don't know. I lose time in that. Maybe.
Okay.
5, maybe.
5 hours.
5, 6.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was getting lost a lot too, so I was like, "What the hell do I do?" I just figured out how to pull up the request menu. I was like, "How do I know what to do?"
Right.
Yeah, so that took a minute too. So it might be less than that, but yeah, it's not too long, not too long, especially if you're like flowing and
right. So I guess, you know, it's probably has there been like a breakdown that you've seen on how many hours how long the game is based on hours?
I saw 30.
30. Okay. Well, then, yeah, I guess that makes sense. You said there's 4 more people left on the boat.
And there's more people to pick up because you can tell. Yeah, when you go around the world, you can't you don't have actually, he learns different abilities like glide and zip lines
Oh
and stuff
snap.
like that. If you don't learn certain abilities, you can't access some of them, but you could tell who they are because they all wear hoods. All the people of this environment, they wear hoods. And so like the people that wear hoods and they have like a little animal silhouette
Mm-hmm.
floating behind them, then that's the ones you'll have to pick up or do something to get them picked up.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's good, man. And it was nominated last year. If I, I would have picked that for my. No, I don't know, because I was gonna say
And
I was gonna pick that for my game of the year last year, but
and
it
you
was
said it's on
poorly.
everything, right?
It's on everything. Like whatever platform you have, it's there. It's on Steam too, I think.
Because you said it was on
It's on Xbox. It's on Switch. I have it on Switch. It's on PlayStation. It's on everything.
you said it's on Stadia too, right?
It's on Stadia too. Yeah.
Damn.
See, yeah, Brian's pulling it up now. See, that's like the boat, and you can just keep
Oh
exploring
snap.
it. Yeah, for because all of them want a house of themselves for themselves while they're there, and like when they pass on the house, there that was a scene right there. When they pass on, the house fills with flowers and all this other
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And it's like it just hits you all in the feels.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know if I could play this, bro.
Yeah, it's like in the soundtrack. My God, it's like the most relaxing. You know how like you loved Ghost of Tsushima's
Yeah.
soundtrack? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's similar. It's like soft, well, when you were running through the forest and Ghosts, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
very soft music, melodic. It fits the theme of what's going on.
It says overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so August of last year, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder Lotus Games. Never heard of them. I wonder if they're a newer studio.
Either,
Oh,
but
they made Jotun. I always wanted to play that. It's like you're like
a Yeti or something.
nah, I think a Viking warrior,
Oh,
yeah.
Viking. He looks like a Yeti in this picture.
Yeah, he's like a warrior. You
Mm.
see what you get when you mess with the warrior. Yeah, so that's Jotun. So I did hear
Oh,
about this before.
they make aesthetically pleasing
Yeah,
games.
and that's why when I first saw this, I wanted to play it, but I think
Mm.
I never got around to it. I just never picked it up. I wanted because it's on PS4 as well.
Is this on Switch?
I believe maybe,
I might purchase
probably.
this.
So you about to this is Jonathan Moon, ladies and gentlemen.
This
When he
is.
finds a game that he loves and he learns about the developer,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to keep playing your games.
Mm-hmm.
Satisfy this man in his
Yes.
gaming needs,
Please.
and you will have a fan for life.
Yeah, and you have me till September in counting because that's just my anniversary. I will. I told Tommy, he's like, I think you rebuy like the most games ever because I rebought Overwatch,
Right.
rebought Golden, then I played Golden again on your Vita, the
Yeah.
Vita you sent me, and then I got Royal, and then I got I was like, I will purchase if they make a duology of 1 and 2, that's for sure, and then like 3, 4, and 5, they redo those and put them on Switch. Yes, I will
Yeah.
be playing those again.
Are they putting that on
That's the rumor.
and is Game Pass a rumor as well?
Game Pass is a rumor as well.
Okay.
For
A lot of
Royal, not for the 3 and 4. Everyone was 3 and 4 on Switch. I'm one of those
rumors.
people. Yeah, rumors.
Yeah, I don't know if this is on Switch, bro. It probably is. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'd say if you like, games that hit you in the feels, you want to get a cry out.
Oh, they made Sundered as well. I've heard of this too. This is Sundered was heard about it a few years back on a podcast I was on or listening to. This looks amazing. This looks really good, bro. Okay. Let's wish list some games, bro.
Are you wish listing Spiritfarer?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I am. because I like how it looks. It looks amazing.
It's like beautiful, man.
And I didn't even know like this whole boat building. Is that why you were saying like it's like
Stardew Valley?
Like Stardew Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have Stardew Valley?
No, I've seen it in action though.
I have it.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's just I can't play more than like 20 minutes at a time. I get really sleepy.
You might get sleepy on this too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the music. Yeah.
You know, I wanted to build a farm, John.
You can build it on this. Like a little room. Build an orchard.
You could build a farm on Spirit Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You build a farm, an orchard, and something that's like a field or something. It's like 3 different ones for 3 different types of seeds. You can plant, and then you have to water them. And you got to feed your crew, not crew. You feed your boat mates or whatever, the people you the spirits. Yeah, because they get hungry and shit, and they get moody, and they're like little gigapets.
So there's a lot that you're doing in this game. Seems okay.
Yeah, you gotta feed them. Then you gotta make like the lady with Alzheimer's now. I gotta make sure she gets to bed. So I have to like,
wow,
you have to escort her to the front. She likes seeing the water. And so you take her to the front, and then she freaked out and didn't know who I was. She kept talking about her granddaughter, so I had to dress like her granddaughter, and then come back, and then she lets me escort her back, and then I have to change back. It's a lot. It's like little stuff like that, and that's the emotional because she's like hunched over and she's like limping with you. It's touching, man.
John, I don't, you know.
See,
why you gonna try? Why you gonna try? You want me to experience this grief? I don't want to experience that.
Make a thug to you. Make a thug cry.
I don't need the thug cry, bro. You know, shit. I don't need to go looking for that. But nah, the gameplay sounds awesome though.
It's awesome, man. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
And it's local co-op, so maybe you could play with
you could play co-op in that. Oh yeah, I think that's a
cat.
Yeah, my friend was telling me that's what she played with her daughter. So
you could play the Stella or Daffodil.
You could still play co-op on the Switch.
Yes.
On tabletop mode and everything too, or just
I'm sure if you have an extra controller, like an extra Joy-Con.
Yeah.
Don't undersell the Switch.
No, I'm just thinking about how that's done. Like is it if you do local co-op on a Switch handheld, right? Is one person get
But I would imagine that'll be a nightmare, like for 2 people to look at the
screen's so small.
Like that way, like tabletop.
That's what I meant, John. Like I wasn't trying to be like an ass, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like how would it be done tabletop? Like is that something that can be done? And
it can be done.
Okay.
Not recommended.
Oh, okay. Shit, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm just asking questions, I didn't play the game,
How the screen zooms out sometimes. She's like this big bouncing across the screen. So it's like
okay.
It will be kind of jarring.
Right.
The eye socket.
Okay.
For 2 individuals. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, maybe I'll get it and ask my daughter if she wants to play with me. I don't know if she want to play something like that. Maybe. Yeah, bro.
Like games like that?
My daughter, like plays a lot of stuff that she can play with, like her cousin. So just like right now, Minecraft, and she plays like Hello Neighbor, and
okay.
They play a lot of Roblox, stuff like that.
I was about to say Roblox, yeah.
So, not really like, I'm trying to get her more so into, more of my traditional type of thing. But I don't know, bro. I think I'm gonna figure out a way. I gotta figure out a way, man. Get her a PC and see if she wants to play World of Warcraft with me, man.
That's still a thing.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about it. I just, I think it would be cool. I don't know if she would think it's cool, but
there's a shot. She might. You might fall into it.
Yeah. Well, well, not by myself, probably not.
Why not?
Just not. I've tried by myself multiple times, but if I'm playing with someone where experience is new for both of us, but also she's more capable than I am at this stage in my life to really dig into the details. So
right.
So we can learn together. Absolutely, you know.
There it is. And then you said like people are like level 3 gajillion now.
You know, I don't. You got, you know, a bunch of different characters that are all super leveled, you know. Because I mean, you think about like even, you know, Blizzard making Overwatch, you know, those characters or some of the characters are, or the concept or something was originally like a failed MMO. You know, what was it called, Titan or something like that, and that's what that team was working on before they made Overwatch, and Titan failed, and they you know didn't even release it, you know. Damn. But they made Overwatch instead. So, you know, all that stuff, all the cooldowns and all that shit, you know, it's all there, you know. Just got a keyboard with like 1,000 different moves and shit, you know. So, yeah, man, I like to try. Maybe I don't know.
You got this,
yeah. I got this out.
But episode 34, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So episode 34. We're going to take you all on a ride.
Take you on a
ride. You know, so yeah, definitely take you all on a ride with our conversation with Alan Lee, the extremely talented anime and voice over artist overall. So, you know, very talented voiceover artist who has done a lot of good things and been a part of a lot of things that, you know, as John says, you might not even know he was in there, but he's in there, you know. So
Talon, Road Company, Makoto, Great Pretender, he was Gargantia,
yeah, that's what I know him from, you know.
Yeah, he's Cold Bloodline Al Kuang, is that his name? Cold Bloodline. Anyway, from Smite, he's him.
Yeah, he's in Smite.
Yeah,
he's coming in that upcoming game, Project Triangle.
I'm excited for that one.
Square, Circle, X.
Jeez. It is on the Switch.
It is on the Switch, yes. Yes.
He plays Roland in that Project Triangle Strategy.
Did you download that demo yet?
I did, yeah. I didn't beat it, but
oh, okay.
I played like halfway. It was good.
Okay. Yeah. Are you kind of like me where it's like, okay, you like this, so like you don't want to really play any more of the demo because you would rather play the full game? Yeah. But now you gotta wait.
I know.
Is that supposed to be out this year?
I don't even know. It's still not even supposed to be called that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is true. But yeah, he's in that. Yeah. So
without further ado, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Mr. Alan Lee.
Yo, what's going on? It's your homie Brian.
It's your boy John.
John, what's going on, man?
Brian, what is up, man?
Nothing Doing much. Well, sir. Doing well.
Episode 34.
Episode 34. Bonus.
It's a special one.
It's a special, sir.
Yes. So, you know, thank you all for joining today for a very special All Day I Play Radio, because today we have the absolute pleasure of interviewing Los Angeles-based voice actor, the uber talented Mr. Alan Lee.
Yes, sir.
The uber talented. I like that.
Yeah, I think I saw. You know, Alan cut his teeth on acting at the age of 8 and has been acting since, voice acting since 17. Alan has been in numerous commercials, video games, animes. You probably heard or seen him or played something he's in, I'm sure. Some roles you may recognize him from include Ledo from Gargantia, Sherman, Fairy Fencer F, Makoto, Edamame, Edamura, my personal favorite from The Great Pretender, Suiryu, One Punch Man, Talon, Road Company. The list goes on and on, folks. But trust us, there's much more from this young man. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us, Alan.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, young man, I like that. That.
Yeah, man, you're young, bro.
Yeah, you are.
You know what? I'm just gonna pretend like I am. All right.
Okay.
My hip. All right. Anyways, but appreciate you guys having me here. And yeah, you guys did your research, or just at least read off of my website. That also no.
We keep our research, professional. Come on.
No, it's impressive. No, good job.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Great job, John.
Oh, thanks, Brian.
My guy.
Hey, so Alan, what got you into acting in the first place?
So church. I guess.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Performing for performing at my church was probably the first time I performed, and then like it got me into performance, and so I also did like my mom saw that I liked it, so like she would put me into like community stuff,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of church stuff, but also a lot of community like theater, as well as like acting for kids. And then I went to like summer camp where they specialized in acting and sort of the arts. And yeah, that's how I got into performance. But acting as like an acting thing, um like a career and all that sort of stuff, trauma.
Trauma.
You guys ever watch the movie Office Space?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
So that came out, I think, 2000, and my brother rented that from Blockbuster.
Okay.
And he's a lot older than me. He's my stepbrother. He's 14 years older than me. So
Okay.
mind this. So he comes back and like we watch it, and it scares the heck out of me because as a little kid, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's real. Like this is how it is for like grown-ups.
Working in an
And the
office
reason why I'm saying that is because my brother at the time like finished college and like couldn't, and was like trying to find a job, found a job back where like we're from, which is San Jose,
Mm-hmm.
and was living with us. And he was at a dead-end job at at this tech company, like this tech startup company, and he hated it. It was miserable. He would like come back home after work and just like just drown himself in playing computer games. Like that's how he would numb the pain. And I saw that, and like that scared me because I saw it ripping his soul apart.
Yeah.
And so, like they poke fun at that in that movie, but I took it quite seriously. And
Yeah.
I shouldn't have been watching that movie, but like it really woke something up inside of me. And so at that very, very young age, I decided I needed to find out and figure out what I wanted to do in life.
Yeah. That's awesome.
before high school came. So like for a really long time, I went searching. So starting from, I'd say, even middle school, I was doing stuff like creative writing. I was trying to figure out like, oh, maybe I can do like, maybe I can do creative writing. Maybe I could be an artist. Maybe I could, try to be like a computer programmer for like video games, this and that and that and this. And eventually I became a senior and in high school, and I had no clue. I had no clue what I wanted to do. And I was stuck and I was panicking. And like I talked to my cousin who's an editor in Hollywood, and he was like, you should probably find something like find the common thread throughout all of that, and then figure out something from that thread. And I look back and I realize all the choices that I made were based on my childhood, be it for like watching cartoons, watching a whole lot of TV and commercials, playing video games, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, okay, it comes from my childhood. So what was the most fun I had as a kid? I started there, and I was just thinking, playing pretend. Everyone played pretend when they were a kid.
Right.
And why not that? So I was like, okay, what if I was the character? So I looked up voice acting. And I'm from San Jose, and I went to San Francisco to a voiceover conservatory that I happened to find. So it was like one train ride away, and my mom set me up with like an intro class there. And the first time I stepped in front of the mic, I knew from that moment on that was what I was going to do for the rest of my life. And and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go hard on this and commit to this so that I can end up making money out of this somehow, and be fulfilled. And the startup took a while. It took it took a lot longer than I thought it would be, or thought it would. But I'm where I am now, and I'm really happy about it.
That's awesome, man.
So that's how I started.
So like, were commercials first, or was it anime?
Yeah. Actually, so the advice I was given by Roger Craig Smith, actually. I met him in 2009. I've known him for a long time. I met him in 2009, and like we talked, like we met at a convention, and like I had questions and he would answer them, and like the first piece of advice I think he gave me was like if you can avoid it, like don't go for a whole lot of anime, ironically, because he was like, it's the worst paying, it is the hardest to do, and like none of the agents care for it, right? So if you're trying to find representation, it's not going to get you anywhere, and it's just like it's just fun if you want to do it for fun. And I was like, okay, well, obviously I don't want to do that, but like, what should I do? And he was like, well, you should go for commercial because that's where the money's at. And my mom is an Asian mom who frets over like stability in the future and stuff like that, and so she was like, nah, you're not becoming an actor, you're not becoming one of those.
Sound like my parents.
Yeah. But I made a deal with her, and I told her, like, hey mom, I'm not going to be an actor, I'm going to be a voiceover artist. And
there you go.
I don't know how convincing that was, but I was like, I'm going to get into commercial stuff, because that's what I wanted to do. Commercial like seemed accessible to me, and it made sense to me because it made a lot of money. And once upon a time that was true. My research since then has kind of shifted, but back then that was really true, and that was the thing that you would hear is commercial VO makes a lot of money. You could do you could make like pull in 6-7 figures. And I parroted everything to my mom, and eventually she was just like, okay, I'll support you in this.
That's awesome.
But like you have to do this and this, and like go to school, get a degree, et cetera, and like I was like, all right, I gotta go to community college now that because I totally did not plan, because I didn't want to go anywhere for college, because I didn't know what I wanted before I had to make that choice. So I was like, screw it, I'm going to community college and like figure the stuff out, and also like stay local to the school so I can continue training. I actually like had to pull 3 years at community college because I wanted an extra year in studying commercial VO. So yeah, I did that, and I started off in commercial, and then 2011 I met Bob Bergen, who was a teacher who was like a guest teacher at this conservatory that I went to. And it was through his class that I realized I need to do character acting. Like, I can't just be a commercial artist. I need to be an actor. And that sort of shattered my reality of like, oh man, like I knew in my heart of hearts I had to do it. And like, he taught me a lot, and I realized with his class that I needed to become an actor, a voice actor, an actor, whatever you want to call it. So that even changed my major. I was an English major at the time, and I realized I had to put all my chips into acting. So I switched majors. Fortunately, because English overlaps with drama a lot. So like when I transferred, I didn't have to do much else other than take acting classes to transfer. So I just did that, and like I got into UC Irvine and like transferred there. Studied a lot of like theater. And yeah, so I hope that answered the question.
It's hilarious because your life is very similar to mine. I started off writing plays in church and getting at the end of high school and being like, I don't know what I want to do, but I wanted to do performing arts. My parents were like, nah, not at all. And I was an English major because, I like to write. So, but no, I didn't get to continue the dream though. So congratulations, Alan.
Oh man, that breaks my heart. Wait. Now I have to ask why?
I guess it's more psychological, you kind of, when I look back at that, I took that as like, okay, well, I have to just, get a job. I have to go to work with a brown briefcase somewhere, I guess that's what I thought I had to do. So I allowed that to, shut that all down. Yeah.
Yo, I wish we went to. I wish we would have gone to high. I would have totally like preached the crap out of that, being like, "No, man, you gotta follow your dreams. You gotta like, you can't. You got one life. Life ain't that long. You gotta blah blah blah. Do this and that, and like,
that's what we're doing now, though.
Be an actor.
We're doing it now. We're going through and making all day I play radio and having amazing guests like yourself on here, bro. You know what I mean? So it comes full circle somehow. You just never know when it's going to come around, bro. So
right. Teach their own, man.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
So like, are there any differences between like a commercial recording, an anime recording, and a video game recording?
Yeah. I mean, you're for the commercial. So it's all story driven.
Give us the industry secrets, Alan. Let us know, bro. Come on, let's go.
The 101. Yeah,
absolutely.
So I would say the commercial is much more like. So the parameters of like your storytelling are different within each genre, be it narration, be it for like an interactive video game, or be it for anime, or et cetera, et cetera. And I would say that like anime for the most part is very heightened stakes. Like you're watching like something like Beyblade and you're like, yo, this is hype, and like there's like sparks flying and like people powering up and yelling at each other, and then you realize they're just playing with tops. You're like, yo, this show has no business being this hype, but it is, and it's awesome. And you're like, I don't know why, but like war dreidels are amazing. Yeah, no, I think they have that in the actual show where like Moses was like a Beyblader.
What?
And he was so strong he parted the Red Sea. Yeah, no, that was like,
oh my god,
that's like a thing I think they added into the narrative of Beyblade. I think, I swear to God.
I gotta go back.
Mandela effect. But no, but like, it's like heightened. It's like heightened ridiculously. Whereas like an interactive, it's more cinematic and like a lot more grounded, right? Like everything's much more subtle. It's like right under the surface. Commercial is even more, I would say, well, I wouldn't say it's more grounded, depends on the commercial, but like it typically takes a scenario, like a real life scenario, and like you just play it out, right? It's like, oh, let's talk about, like the new Honda Civic, blah 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 blah. It's just this light, fun sort of thing, being like, like it's a happy time. Go get yourself a Honda, whatever it is. Yeah, or Mini, or I guess I don't know what kind of car you like, but but yeah, no, I would say that like commercials just using your storytelling skill sets with just different levels of things in terms of like how amped up you are, and how and what your problem is, and like how you're going to try and fix it, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, I think it's they're just different. That's the best way I can put it.
Is there anyone that you like more than the other, or is there anyone that you find like more draining? Okay, awesome. That's dope.
If there was one, it would probably be long form narration right now, because I'm still working on it, and like it's not. I did classes for it and stuff like that way back when I was like younger, but yeah, I don't really like it, and I don't really go for it.
Okay.
But no, I love commercial. I love the character stuff. Actually, I've been getting, weirdly enough, I've been getting a lot more character stuff than I have been commercial stuff, just because it's the way things roll. You don't really get to choose that, but yeah, I love it both, and I don't know. I love obviously the character work because it's so fun. But like commercial work for me is like a small puzzle that you have to like sort of figure out, and I love that aspect of it. So yeah,
I think I think a lot of it is even in hearing you speak, you have a very positive vibe about you, bro, and so that's it's really good to hear that. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, yes, you do have, don't like long form, right? I don't think.
Yeah.
That's I can't do long form at all. Like I
Yeah, no, I don't understand. I don't know how I can, and I don't know if I should say this, but like at the time of this recording, it might change, but like I have no clue how I can sit down and with a 350-page book and narrate that for hours upon hours, and then go back, edit it, and make sure it's all like, it's all good. That would I think that would actually drive me insane, but like. You know what? I'm gonna say that even if I did that, I would probably find some sort of enjoyment out of it and just latch onto that if I were to do it for a gig.
Make a
But
game out of it.
yeah, exactly. Gamify everything. That's like the big thing these days, right? So yeah.
Well, you said earlier Roger Craig Smith may be one, but did you have any inspirations or influences while growing in the business?
There's a lot of people I mean, like in terms of like heroes or like people I grew up like
people
watching.
like people you grew up watching, and they may have influenced your decisions on some roles or your career path or anything besides.
Man, that's kind of tough because when I watched so I grew up watching anime. Like I didn't realize anime was different from like Western cartoons. Because like I grew up in a pretty diverse area, and like I had Japanese neighbors. We lived nearby like the Japanese like plaza, which had all this anime. And again, I didn't know because everything was on cassette, and like you just kind of watched it. So like I was only vaguely aware that anime was different when I entered like middle school when Naruto came out, and like everyone was like, "Oh my god, I'm a weeb," or like, "I'm an otaku," or I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, like Japanese anime, blah blah. And I was like, "Oh, is that what we're calling it now?" Okay. Like I didn't know there's this like super subculture. Like because I grew up with it. So you know what I miss? I miss the idea of like I wish I didn't know anime and then suddenly knew anime and got to experience that euphoric high that so many people go through during that period where it's like late elementary, early middle school, like stumbling upon Rama one half in the library or like Inuyasha on TV. Gosh, I wish I had that. But I grew up with it, and like, I'm so I didn't know anything. I didn't look at the actors or anything like that when I was growing up, but I guess if I were to look back, um, some of the influences I had, I mean, like probably Johnny Young Bosch, right? I mean, he's half Korean, so I guess there's that. But no, I didn't know that was him until after Trigun. I didn't realize that that was the same Johnny Young Bosch as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Johnny Young Bosch. Yeah, I had no clue. But like, like saw an interview and I was like, oh my gosh, that's him. And like and then looking back, I was like, okay, so this was the person that played all these protagonists that I loved. There's also like, I don't know, a lot of snarky actors like Chuck Huber's like Hiei, for example, probably had a huge influence on me. Like looking back, I realize I latch onto a lot of like sarcastic, snarky characters. Rob Paulson probably playing Raphael in TMNT.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. A lot of like live action, on camera actors as well. George Clooney. I would say. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's just a mix of like other actors, right? Because I didn't think voice acting was entirely different from regular acting.
Right.
But yeah, if I were to, choose specifics, it would probably be like Tony Oliver, Johnny Young Bosch, Michael Tatum.
J. Michael, yeah.
Yeah, J. Michael Tatum. And then Chuck Huber, I already said. And yeah, like that's like the group.
Nice.
It's interesting, like You're so young, man. Like you're like, yeah, you know, Naruto's coming out. I was in middle school.
There's a thing out there that says
what?
There's a thing out there that says I was born in 1996. I have no clue where the heck anyone got that. That's not
that's what I saw.
birthday.
That's why I said young man.
No,
that's not your birthday.
I'm not. No, that 1996 is not my year. That's actually inaccurate. I'm not gonna correct it because
you still said Naruto came out when you were in middle school.
Middle school, yeah.
Naruto definitely didn't come out when I was in middle school.
How old were we?
Oh, I was a grown ass man at that point. You know, it's interesting because
whenever Naruto came out, I don't even know. Was I in middle school? Who knows, right? Like, yeah, I was pretty young when Naruto came out.
Yeah, it's just that's like when you say like you grew up and anime was everywhere. It's like when I grew up, like finding anime was like. We were talking about this the other day, remember, John? And I was like, nothing was localized well enough. Like, it didn't make any sense. Like, you watch a whole movie, you know, based on a TV show that had never been localized, so I'd never seen it. They referencing characters. I have no idea what's going on. Never, you know, I don't know what they're talking about. So it's interesting to your advent into anime is very different than ours. You know, I think, you know, mostly because of, you know, age related, you know, but still like that euphoria, I did have that, bro. Like like, you know, it's like I had this, you know, okay, this is definitely different and I like this. So
first what was the first anime you were exposed to?
The Warriors for me.
No, it wasn't Ronin Warriors. It was for me
Ronin Warriors, yo.
Yeah, Ronin Warriors.
I remember that show. I remember that show being on Toonami for a hot second, and then disappearing off the face of the earth until like the Samurai Armor Warrior collection came out, whatever. Without the English track. I missed that show. Gosh, I only caught it in glimpses, and I never got to finish it. So I actually don't know how it ends.
It ends. It makes you think. It makes you think it's ending, and it's not. and you know, and I was blown away. So that was in the summer of '96 that I saw that because that was broadcasted on television, and I was supposed to go to day camp, and I didn't go to day camp the whole summer. I just stayed home.
That was 96. Gosh,
when it was on. Well, this is before, you know, it was on cable on Toonami.
Yeah, it was on.
Gotcha.
This is on, you know, before network television was like network television. You just had random channels. But yeah, that was I've watched something before that. I know my first Dragon Ball Z was the Metal Cooler movie, and it was all in Japanese, and I had no idea who any of the characters were. And because I had never seen anything except for like a few pictures, you know, of characters going Super Saiyan, but I had never been able to watch anything. And I was probably like 12 at that point.
Yo, my first foray into Dragon Ball Z was like was in Korean, like because I saw Dragon Ball Z in Korean first, I think. And it was Wrath of the Dragon with that sick ass poster of it was a movie.
Yeah.
And I had no clue what was going on. It was just playing, and I was just like, what on earth is this? And like I remember like the sick poster of like, you know, like Super Saiyan 3 Goku with like this golden dragon. That's all I remember. And it was so badass. But that wasn't even my first thing for anime. When I was I forgot how young I was. I was really young, but like some of the neighborhood kids brought in a VHS of the Guyver.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That's very violent.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, that was my first foray. I was probably, I don't know if I was 3 or 4, but like I remember because like this will stay with me forever. It was the episode, and spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen this old ass anime. It was when there's this monster made of acid, and like the Guyver goes up against him and loses and dies. Like you see the Guyver like disintegrating, and it was terrifying. But that was my first glimpse of anime. Like that was when I like got turned on in the Matrix. I swear to God.
My first anime it's Akira. That's my first anime.
You were talking about Akira earlier.
Yeah, that's my first anime, and I had no idea what was going on. no idea what was going on. All I knew was like dolls were turning into like, I don't know. That movie's weird, man. That was trippy movie.
John?
Yeah, mine was Ronin Warriors. That was my first one. I saw the live action Guyver before I saw the anime. They had like a live action.
Oh yeah, with Mark Hamill, right?
Yes,
he's in that.
Yeah,
that's so weird. Yeah, that's freaking nuts, man.
I love that movie. I think it was pretty.
I think Mark Hamill was actually involved with some dubbing stuff. Am I crazy in thinking that?
Well, as a voice actor.
Yeah, as a voice actor.
He was Joker. He's Joker. Yeah.
No. I mean in anime.
Oh, he probably.
Oh yeah, I think he's in a lot of stuff.
There's always like he's in Castle in the Sky. That much I know. I remember him being in Laputa, but like, but there's some other thing I think that he did for like anime related. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Hey, is there a video game franchise you would love to be a part of that you haven't like already?
Yeah. Oh, there's so many. I mean, what am I? Okay, without breaking any of the NDAs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
I'd love to have my hand at Street Fighter.
Ooh, yeah.
Street Fighter or like the Versus series, like Marvel Versus series, like
yeah.
Love me some of that. No, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to be. I don't know. I'd love to be in anything that I grew up on, just with a remake. You know,
right.
Because what was it? Advance Wars was announced recently, and
yeah,
man. I mean, like, if something like that were given to any of the GBA games that I grew up on, like Golden Sun.
Yeah.
No, but like any current ones that are obviously out, outside of Street Fighter, probably like Final Fantasy is the big one. Would love to be in a Final Fantasy. What is it? What else?
John's a huge Final Fantasy fan.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah. Dude, everyone and their mother like is in Final Fantasy 7. I feel like, and like I'm the only one left out. Didn't even get to do extra voices. That sucked. It was.
You talking about remake?
Yeah, we're talking about remake. Yeah. Homie Max Millman is Red 13.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, he's great. He's great as the character. And then they got my boy Alex Lee to be Sonon in the next one with Yuffie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, integrate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like again, just a whole bunch of people I know are in that. And I'm just like, someday, whenever whenever they decide to make the next one, we'll see. But yeah, I think those are the big, fighting games and like RPGs, I think are the big ones. But like, oh man, I don't know. I feel like if I saw a list, I'd be like, ooh, that one and that one and that one. But like, I don't know. Like, I like the idea of picking up a game and it's both like something I want to do, but it's also something that I like would be weirded out by in reality, is to play a game playing myself or playing against myself and I have to kill myself.
Well, yeah, that would,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just like, cause it's cool because it's like, oh man, it's me. But like at the same time, you're like, oh man, that's me.
Right.
Like, have you played Rogue Company?
Have I played? No, I haven't. I have it downloaded and I haven't played it yet. I'm so bad at it. I'm out. You know what it is? It's the intimidation factor because I suck at FPSs.
Oh, really?
And I crack under pressure when it comes to like, team based Counter Strike sort of like mission things. I can't tell you the number of times I've accidentally killed my teammates in Counter Strike because I couldn't differentiate between the two.
Other team.
Yeah. And
we play a lot of Overwatch.
Chew me out. Yeah. Overwatch, I suck at that too. I feel like I just eat it in the face and then like do nothing to contribute to like the team play. So like I just hang back and zip zap zoop. But I'm playing Apex these days.
Okay.
Not the greatest at that, but it's a little more even, like even in the playing field for me, just because like, you have good enough armor and like, you can take someone out at least before everyone else takes you out.
Right.
I don't know. I'm trying to get into more. Yeah, no, it's practice, but man, I don't have time to. I have no time to play these games. That's like the real thing.
Yeah.
I have, they make the joke of like the Steam sale every, the summer Steam sale every year, and like you buy a whole bunch of games and then you never touch
play
them. No, I think I've touched like 10% of the games that I actually own. It's really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is for me on right now with Game Pass. Is I'm just downloading a lot of things that I don't have the time to play it,
right?
Or it's just life.
Yeah, you have all these games just in case the apocalypse happens or a pandemic happens, and then you have time to play these games. Turns out you don't have time during a pandemic to play any of these games. Yeah.
So how did that work out for you during the pandemic last year? Was that a good thing, bad thing?
It was a. I feel terrible saying that.
Well, I feel terrible for asking that. I'm sorry.
It was fantastic. No, I'm serious too. Like I didn't have to drive anywhere. I can be in I can be in my underwear if I wanted to be. I didn't have to have clothes on. No, I probably did actually, just because you don't want to hear flopping. Anyways, not the point. Jokes aside. Yo. Jokes aside, though. No, it was great. It was great because because it was, well, I mean, so this is gonna be a Great Pretender story, but like one of the first things that I got while in remote recording was Great Pretender. Actually, that was the reason I had to set up my booth and all that sort of stuff. But because it was the pandemic and we didn't know how, because if you're in studio, like you can record and you can edit right on the spot. But if it's like something that you're trying for the first time, which is remote recording, there's a lot of technical errors that is no one's fault. It could be either Skype, it could be connection open or Source Connect or whatever you're using to record.
Right.
Any problems that arise are gonna burn through budget in terms of time. And my director and producers, knowing that, were like, hey, don't worry about going through this as fast as you can. We're going to take our time with it and make it right, because something technically terrible might happen anyhow. And it did happen a few times, but because of it, we got to slow down and I got to really, really explore the space with the character. And I think that actually might be one of the reasons why Great Pretender turned out as well as it did, in terms of the dub, because we got to work every line at nearly every angle possible. And it was at the expense of the studio, but you don't get to hear of that. You don't get to hear of productions taking their time for dubbing anime. It's just not done. But this is the one rare time that I got to do that. And so I call it I tell people this is my Cowboy Bebop, right?
Nice,
this is the one where I got to explore it. I got to have my fun with the character. I had my meal and then some, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no, it ended up being a good thing. And while all the other facets of acting came to a grinding halt, voiceover was the one area that it didn't. In fact, it picked up in certain aspects. Granted, a lot of productions slowed down or got canceled anyhow, just because on the production side. But the voiceover side, it was fantastic. I think I made more money last year than I did any prior year.
Wow.
So
nice.
And with other movements, like the appropriate casting movement that's going on right now, it really opened me up to a lot more roles, which is good. And
that's super dope, man.
Yeah, just the combination of circumstances allowed things to sort of just open up. And the fact is, I could wake up 10 minutes before a session, go into my booth and be ready, and so it's nice. I'm gonna miss
LA traffic.
Yeah, screw that, dude. Oh my god, we can talk about that later. That's another hour and a half.
Yeah, it's interesting, that whole process of how the world just flipped. And just I was still working, but driving to work every day. So that was interesting because I live in Atlanta, where there's always traffic no matter what time of day it is. And there was no traffic, no one was on the road, and I was able to go to work and get to work in like a half hour instead of an hour and a half or 2 hours like I normally do. It was an interesting time. But yeah, I wasn't doing anything as cool as what you were doing, bro.
Yeah. Nah, man, don't say that. It's all good.
Nah, trust me.
So like games like for Smite and Rogue Company, when they updated, do you get updated voice lines? You have to read them back or anything?
Yeah. I did get to go back for more sessions. That's all I can say about that.
Okay,
that's cool.
Smite not so much. Rogue Company maybe more. So yeah. So yeah, like like if they have something in the works and my character interacts, then they'll call me in, But yeah, no, it was nice. I love that game. In terms of like the aesthetic, like the sort of feel of it. I wish it got a little more hype for it. Like I feel like it could use more players, like if anything. I don't know.
Rogue Company?
Yeah. But it's an interesting concept, and it's in third person, which is a weird thing to kind of do in terms of like a team-based shooter. But yeah,
me and John got handled in that game.
Yeah, because I had no idea what I was doing. I was running out.
We got absolutely annihilated.
I got annihilated, which got the team. Like, Brian, where are you? I'm like running out in the open.
Yeah.
But without getting you too much trouble, like for Project Triangle Strategy, that's like the tentative name for it right now. You play on Roland. Is any news on that? Do they have a release date on that or anything?
And to be absolutely honest, I have no clue.
Damn.
I think in the trailer it said like 2021. I think that's what it said. I'm gonna look that up before I get in trouble. No, I'm joking. Triangle Strategy. Yeah, what's funny is that like when the demo came out, I was like, oh shit, the demo's out. And then like I played it and then I saw my name and I was like, oh, wait, am I allowed to say anything? Like, is this supposed to happen? Because they didn't have the entire cast revealed. It was just certain characters that were revealed, and I was one of them. And I was like, so I asked my agent, like, hey, can I announce or something? And they're like, they got to Square, and the people at Square were like, don't announce it yet. And I'm like, but my name's on it. And they're like, don't publicly announce it. You can like talk to your friends. And I'm like, what? Okay, sure. Let's just pretend I'm not in something that I'm clearly am in. Yeah, no, it's a doozy. Yeah. That was a that's a fun thing to record for.
Are they gaming publishers different than like the other types of anime houses?
Well, so here's the thing is that like I mean, yes, the short answer is yes, but the longer answer is, well, I mean, they're entirely different, right? Like, because a lot of studios like that just do localization like have like a team in-house, whereas like companies that do video games rent out studios, and they'll have like, so yeah, so like it's different in that regard.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
Okay. On your website it says you like long walks on the beach, deep conversation, etc. No, I'm just kidding. But is there one character that like video game or anime that you would hang out with, without hesitation?
Ooh. Oh man, that's a good question. I almost like because I either play like these sociopathic like assholes or like these giant dorks, or like these really stiff people. I don't know. I would, who I'd hang out with? I'd probably hang out with Edamame, probably. Just because I would feel like we're both reasonably like relatable.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like in terms of like relatability, like I can find things to relate with him.
Yeah.
You know, not necessarily. You know, if you think about it, you don't like we latch on to so many characters in fiction, but the reality is you'd never want to be their friend in real life because they're terrible people, right? Like I love House MD or like Sherlock Holmes, for example. Like they're really cool characters. They're great. You love seeing them be the asshole, but you never want to ever actually interact with them because then you're on the the receiving end of that shtick. Who needs that? So like, yeah, no, I'd say Edamame.
Okay. Is there any knowledge now that you have that you would share with younger Alan?
I have notes to send off to the time capsule. Yeah, no, exactly. I have notes. No, but like, oh man, so many. Like in terms of career, yeah, absolutely. Some of these things I'm not allowed to say on in a recording right now, but the things I am allowed to say, I'd probably say learn the difference between confident and cocky. Because the big thing for me was that, like, I think the big thing that I eventually grew into was the idea of like there's a separation between being cocky, which is the thing you want to avoid,
right,
and being confident in yourself, which is the thing that you should be doing. And I think as a result, I kind of like to in the vain pursuit of not trying to come off as cocky, I came off as not so confident early on. And I think that hindered me. And like it's like that psychological like sort of like mental talk that you have with yourself.
Yeah.
Where you're like, well, I'm not as good as I think I am, or like, like I'm not, like I'm not there yet. I have a long way to go. It's that sort of like Ryu from Street Fighter. Like, nope, I can beat the shit out of Akuma, but I'm not there yet. Right. It's just like, dude, you're there. Just freaking grow as a character. God, I wish Capcom would do something with that character. Anyways, not the point. Point is that like you need to have like confidence comes from like your ability to trust your own skill set and stuff like that. Being like, no, you got this, right? Like, yeah, even if you have room to grow, you at the very center of yourself are enough to do whatever it is that you want to do. And I think back then I thought even though I knew I was good, I would still project myself as someone who didn't know as much. But because you keep echoing that out, you kind of like internalize that message to yourself, and it's self-sabotage. So I would probably say the big one is that like learn, like be confident in yourself and let your actions speak for your words. But and don't worry about being cocky, because I don't think you have to worry about that, young Alan, about being super cocky about this, right? Like, and whoever thinks you're cocky when you clearly aren't, they're just, they're haters. They're not there to be your friend. That's the other thing I'd probably say is that like learn the difference between like a work acquaintance versus someone who's actually your friend, because some of these people will try and bring you down, right? Even with the best of intentions, they'll accidentally or or just even overtly just try to bring you down. If you let them, like then they win. Don't let that happen to you, So yeah, I would probably say those things.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, because that that inspired me a bit.
Yeah. I'm sitting up here like, yeah, man.
Yeah, I was waiting for more.
Do this.
And if you could talk about this, again, not trying to get you in trouble here, what can we expect from you in the future? That you can.
What can we expect from me in the future? More video games, more stuff than just the anime and video games. Actually, you can expect me in some original things maybe down the line. Yeah. Weirdly enough, that was some of the first few things that I booked with my agent when I joined them. And they should be coming out within the next year or two.
Okay.
So look out for that. This summer I have something potentially coming out. That you're gonna have to look out for. I'm really lucky for this one particular thing that is coming out this summer that I know is coming out this summer. But I can't say what yet. But if you've been watching, anime on TV, you'll probably see it. So that's all I gotta say about that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know when this is gonna air, so this might be old news by the time it actually airs. Who knows?
Nah, this is gonna air like this week, so.
Oh snap! Okay, cool.
A quick turnaround, bro.
It won't be dated.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tag my boy Brian in. He's gonna handle the speed run from here on out.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Brian.
You don't have to raise your hand, bro. Just.
All right, Alan, we got the speed run. We ask you some questions, some rapid fire gaming questions. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah.
All right, my guy. Here we go. First game you've ever played.
Oh man, Super Mario World.
Okay, that's a great game.
I think so. Yeah.
That's a phenomenal game.
Yeah, it's a great game to start on.
Best video game ever.
Ooh, you went from like 1 to like 10,000 right there.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Best game of all time,
Of all time, bro.
Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Ooh, John hates Street Fighter 3.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. You're allowed to be wrong. Don't worry.
Oh, great. That's what I tell him all the time.
Every week I hear
the alternate answer, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. All right.
There it is. There it is. I can
greatest
both.
era, dude. You want to talk about greatest like games? That was the greatest era, 97 to like 2002.
Yes.
Yeah.
Snap, man.
Yeah.
Like
all into the PS2 era.
Wherever the Dreamcast existed, any of those games that were ported from the arcade to that. Gold.
99. 9999. That's Dreamcast day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Final Fantasy 8 came out the same day.
8.
I worked at GameStop. Well, it was Babbage's. That was my first week. So
dang.
Yeah. All right, number 3.
Man, I must be young then. Shit.
Yeah, you are, bro. I was 16 in 99.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
See the wow.
No. I didn't. Yeah, I was just like, wow, 16 and in 99.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oh man. All right, cool.
Number 3. Worst video game ever.
Oh, come on. There's so worst video game to my knowledge, or worst video game that I've ever played.
Either or. Whatever answer you want to give, Al.
Oh man, there was gosh, I want to say hold on, I think it was GoldenEye Rogue Agent. Or no, not GoldenEye Rogue Agent. Yeah, but it was like the James Bond Rogue Agent one. I think it was because I got it thinking it would be like Nightfire.
Oh, okay.
No, it would be like Nightfire, which is like the best.
Nightfire is dope.
Nightfire is the best freaking 007 game out there. I will defend that to the ends of this earth.
Nightfire.
Rogue Agent was like the opposite. It was ass, and like and there was no multiplayer unless you had a multi-tap. Like there was no multiplayer. So like,
oh yeah, I remember this trash. This is when EA had the license. Yeah, that was not a good time. Yeah.
Sold that game. No, I think I burned it. I might have actually burned that game. I hated it. It was worthless piece. Anyways, move on.
Oh, what's best gaming genre?
Best gaming genre? Hack and slash or beat 'em up.
Okay.
It's so cathartic, right? Like you just take out your aggression on these. Like Dynasty Warriors is one of the greatest things of all time. Dynasty Warriors 4 specifically was one of the greatest games of all time. And it just made you feel so powerful because you killed thousands of men on the battlefield. before whooping ass on some Lubu. All right.
Have you played the newer like Musu games, like where they have like the Zelda Dynasty Warriors, essentially Persona?
I haven't gotten into those. I should get it. Was that Strikers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did not get into those. Yeah, I just haven't got. I don't know. I just don't have time these days. But like, maybe I should check them out. But like, no, PS2 hack and slashes were like right there.
All right, I got you. So a little Devil May Cry or
Devil May Cry, yeah. Yo, that is a Capcom game. Like that is you need execution to do those combos.
Yeah,
that first game was hard as shit.
Yeah, that's supposed to be Resident Evil.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be Resident Evil 4, and then they're like, screw that, make this Devil May Cry. So, yeah.
So, what game have you spent the most hours on?
Monster Hunter.
Okay.
Monster Hunter. I mean, collectively, I don't even know, but like in the last entry, which is Rise, as of this recording,
right.
I think I've clocked in almost 220 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I somehow found time for that game.
I was gonna say you got time for Monster.
Yeah, I just complained about how I have no time to play games, but like literally when that game came out for like dude, that came out like almost 2 months ago now.
Yeah,
put in 220 hours. That's insanity. Such a hypocrite of me. No, but it's great. It was a lot of fun, and then I just beat the crap out of that game. But yeah, that's my answer.
Okay. Multiplayer or solo?
Oh, why you gotta make me choose? I mean, like I mean, Final Fantasy VII is one of the greatest, single player, like experiences of all time. And then you have something like and then you have Monster Hunter, which is like you don't play with 4 players, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing with your life? Go get friends. Gosh. You know what? I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna say single player, because if I screw up, it's on me.
It's on you. Yep.
Right.
Yeah. I feel you. Gameplay or story? What do you prefer more? What's your poison, bro?
Gameplay.
Okay.
Gameplay every time, because the story can be ass.
Every time.
Like Mario's story is ass.
Yeah.
It is a trash story. It is like, that is some old ass storytelling, but like it don't matter, because you pick up Super Mario Bros for the gameplay. You don't
for the game.
Ooh, I wonder what happens once you like save the princess. Well, you do it all over again.
Right. Again.
Yeah.
Or she's in another castle.
Don't get me wrong, they're both equally important, but like if the story is great and the gameplay is ass, you don't got a game.
Yeah.
You might as well watch a movie.
Yeah. This is what I say.
This is what I say. I'm joking. Let's go.
All right, and finally, what you been playing all day, bro? What have you been playing recently? You know what I mean? Apex. That's right.
Apex. Because I have a few friends who like try to like just get on my case for not playing Apex with them, and now I play Apex without them. Yeah, those punks.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, no, seriously, it's good because it's like a round is like what, like anywhere from like 20 seconds to like 15 minutes, usually 20 seconds, right? Because you go for a hot drop and then like you get your ass whooped. Good times.
We should start playing again, John.
You think so?
Yeah, might as well.
Stream it. Yeah.
Might as well. That's what I got, man, as far as our speed run, bro. Appreciate you answering the rapid fire questions.
Yeah. Appreciate the rap. Man, I thought we honestly were gonna have more, but all right, cool.
I'm sorry.
No, that's totally fine. What I have a question for you guys. I mean,
what's up?
Like, because I like your questions, and so I'm just like, oh man, what about you? But like, no, but like, what's the game that you're looking forward to?
John, you can answer that. Because you're always looking forward to something.
Yeah, I am. I'm looking forward to Sherlock Holmes. Chapter 1. Yeah, I'm looking forward towards that. What else? I said another one. Oh, Metroid Dread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks sick.
Yeah, it does. It looks so because it's been a sequel to Fusion that everybody's been wanting that we thought was gonna be canceled or whatever.
Right.
And then Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm small minority that's looking forward to that.
So, yeah, you're all about that.
Yeah,
definitely was not on my radar. All right.
See, a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't. I just. I honestly, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with Overwatch 2. As we kind of get tired of playing Overwatch 1, and as I get more into Overwatch League, I just kind of want to see how everything is going to play out and shake out there, and pretty much that's off the top of my head that I can think of, better than NBA Jam. So
oh man, yeah, dude, I miss the dude. Actually, I should have said this, but like arcade sport games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I miss the heckins out of those, yo, dude. Like, screw, like no offense, but screw Madden. Like, yo, it was about Blitz.
Yeah. NFL
Blitz,
Street.
I like Blitz.
Blitz was always a good time. Blitz was a great time. NBA Jam. Boom shakalaka, like all that. That was great. I just wish they got Jordan's mug on there, but it was too expensive.
Not then.
Yeah, but we got a game with Kobe. Rip.
Yeah.
Oh man, that broke my heart. But yeah, no, seriously, like I miss these arcade games that were like sports, because like screw sports games these days, they're all kind of but like back then it was a whole heck of a lot of fun. I wasn't even into those sports, but
no, it was gameplay.
Gameplay over story.
Yeah. I read something the other day that EA might be bringing like EA Sports big titles, similar type titles back, so that'll be really dope if we can get like a new NBA Street and all that stuff, man.
I'm happy that it's happening, but like I'm pissed off that it took this long.
Yeah.
For them to realize, oh yeah, maybe we should make something people actually want.
Yeah. What do you mean? You guys don't want to keep paying for drop boxes and loot boxes and all this other stuff, microtransactions?
You don't like yearly releases of the same game? That's buggy as crap. Exactly. Why wouldn't you? We update the roster, dude. It's only $60. Just oh gosh.
Now 70, bro. Everything's 70
now 70.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think. Yeah. Okay, we can talk about that later. But the price when they change the prices.
Yeah. $70, man. PS5 and Xbox.
Bro, I still haven't gotten one. I have no clue, dude. I have no clue how to get a PS5.
You don't need one. You don't need one. No,
that's true.
Like right now,
but it's that case of FOMO, man.
Yeah, but right now I just play PS4 games on it. I didn't get Ratchet and Clank the latest. I just don't want to play that right now. I'll get that when it's for free on PlayStation Plus some point, or
next year.
Next year. My daughter likes that, but I don't play that. So
I'm thinking about maybe if I were to go streaming, I'd probably play older games and just be like retro gamer Alan. Just
do it, bro.
Playing SNES and Dreamcast and
do it, man.
Up to PS2. Yeah, we'll see. That might be down the pipeline for you guys to look forward to. But
hey, absolutely, yeah, bro.
Thank you so much, Alan.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much, bro.
Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You got a gamer tag or anything? Well, I'm not gonna keep this on here.
Gamer tag?
Whatever. We can email John, so it's not, not
gonna. Yeah, I was just like, which one? But yeah. I'll DM you.
Okay, right, cool. But yeah, we appreciate you. We appreciate you being on the show with us, man. We really appreciate you taking your time and hanging out with John and I, and kicking it old school about some games and anime, bro.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Where can we find you on social media, bro?
Alan Lee VO. I think for Instagram it's Alanator, like ITS Alanator. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I got.
Cool, man.
Thank you so much. Your website's alanleevo.com, right?
Yeah. Got it.
Thanks again, Alan. I appreciate this. Really do.
Yeah. Appreciate you having me.
Thanks.
But yeah. See you guys soon.
See you all later. Welcome back, one and all. So that was a dope interview, man.
Yes, it was. The nerves were there.
The nerves were there. Oh my God, the nerves were there.
It's an understatement. But yeah, that was like our first like big
that was our first like
premiere.
Like with a someone who does, I guess, like industry work on that level,
Yes. He was such a great guy, man.
Yeah, he was cool as shit. Yeah, cool, like really cool guy. Yeah, I So what were your thoughts, man? I know, because I know John watches anime. Dubbed, not subbed.
Let's get it out.
So what were your thoughts, man?
Oh, it was awesome. Like I'm a big Great Pretender fan. When I first saw it, I looked him up off of that because I was like, who is this? He sounds great. And then I looked him up, and he was in some stuff. I didn't see Gargantia. I didn't see he was like in other random stuff like Pokemon, and he's in One Punch Man, which I also watch. He's Suiryu in that.
Okay.
And it's he's just great. He's a good at voice actor, man. And, learning what I've learned after he told us about the ins and outs and the difference between commercials and anime. That was great. I didn't know any of that, but yeah, it was a really dope interview. Hope we could do more in the future.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, I was excited, nervous.
It's interesting because like, when you sent it to me and I was like looking up his accolades and I was like, this is Ledo, like I love Gargantia. And and that's an interesting role, period, because he couldn't really speak their language. So like, it's pretty cool. And then like just to kind of hear him like really just talking, like, because he could talk in real life, obviously. Yeah. But it was a dope interview, man. A dope experience. Definitely a learning experience, like you wouldn't believe. So, definitely took some notes on that, and to go back to the drawing board on and continuously become better and better as you all witness the progression, you know what I'm saying, of All Day I Play Radio before your very eyes. You feel me? You know what I mean? It's happening, So John.
Yes.
I thought it was a dope time, man. So
yeah, it was awesome, man.
And so that was what John and I we've been, I guess, how long? It's been like a month that you were so
yeah, I was working on this.
Round of applause for Jonathan Moon, ladies and gentlemen, for his diligence there, and absolutely. And so we're gonna look to do more of these types of I guess experiences, segments, interviews with people that we find to be really cool and stuff. So,
and tell us what you guys think. You could DM us, leave us comments, anything. Where they can find us at, Brian. They can follow us at All Day I Play Radio on all your favorite podcasting platforms. You can also hit us up on Instagram at All Day I Play Radio, and on the Twitter at ADIP Radio. What am I illiterate today? And you can follow me at 9000 Moon Knight on Twitter, and Moon Knight 9000 on Instagram. You can follow my boy Brian P_83 on the Instagram and the Twitter.
Yes.
And you can follow Alan Lee again. You can follow him on AlanLeeVO.com. All his social networks are there, and his filmography is there. I guarantee y'all gonna see something.
Guarantee.
Probably a few.
Guarantee. Yeah. So with that, we appreciate you all stopping by. We appreciate you, Alan, again for chilling with us, and we shall holler at you all later.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.